Reggae Interviews. Word sound power.
DJ 745 here, backstage, Reggae Jam 2022 with the Fyah Muma Queen Ifrica. Blessings.
Blessings.
It's a pleasure, it's an honor and a joy to finally see you over in Europe after a 2-year absence.
Yes, it's such a pleasure to be here again. Yes.
One thing I was thinking about is that in the number of years that I've been following your music, this is the first time that I have seen Queen Ifrica in Europe.
Right.
Rebel Salute is my sort of like home ground for Queen Ifrica.
Yes, definitely. You know, Rebel Salute I keep January to make sure you turn up. Yes, I started on that stage, you know what I mean? Most people know me through stage shows, and then I started recording. So yeah, it's a full cycle to be back on a stage. And I was saying earlier in an interview that this whole thing reminds us of that roots culture, Rebel Salute vibes in Jamaica. So yeah, man, it's a good energy.
I mean, I think that Europe as a continent has always gravitated more towards the roots reggae. So, you know, when you look out and you look at the thousands of people taking in the performances of Queen Ifrica, Richie Spice, Etana, it's the roots they're here for.
It's beautiful, and it's so encouraging too, you know, because there's so much said about our music and our genre right now. But, you know, I always say the original never goes away, you know, it's a reason why it's called original. So it will always be that, you know, original. Yeah.
Very, very true. Now, you've not performed on a live stage for over 2 years.
Yes.
I know that you did some virtual things during the pandemic stages, but what was going through your mind on these first dates that you've been doing over in Portugal, France, Germany? What was going through your mind?
The fact that this reset is really nice, you know. We are a part of this reset. We're a part of this future. And reggae is turning up, you know. We're not on crook sticks and falling over, you know. Our energies are high. The people come because, I said earlier again, music is the Bible that we all read, you know. And so when people come into reggae stage shows now, I think is different from back in the day, because back in the day you could take it for granted. Now it's really needed. You know, people want that feeling that reggae music brings to you, that warmth, that let's go fight the system kind of energy, and everybody wants to fight the system now. So yeah, it's a good revamp, and I'm loving it, and I'm happy that my energy is good and I can really step into this battlefield, you know.
Of course. And supporting you on this battlefield, a great set of musicians, a great team.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now, we need to go into this new single that's currently bubbling, Serendipity. Let's talk to the people. Nuh Rush Records, let's talk about this collaboration.
Well, Nuh Rush Records, again, is the future, you know. Jamaica is where our music come from. Dancehall, reggae, ska, the whole nine. So when we have people who come along who not just doing it because they're making some money from it, or they're doing it from that place. So Serendipity is one of the projects that I'm now doing with Nuh Rush Records. Now Serendipity, as I said earlier, it's also engraved in my skin, so I'm very serious about what it means to find serendipity, and all of us need to at some point in our life. It's that place where you know exactly where you are, why you're there, and what you're about to do there, where you're going. Right. So that's it. That's Queen Ifrica right now. I know where I am, I know what I'm about to do, I know where I'm going, you know what I mean? And so in that moment I stand truly in serendipity. Step up and do what you need to for you. Right. Yes.
Okay. Now, you talked about Nuh Rush Records. I'm familiar with some of their productions, and I've heard some things that they've done with people like Busy Signal, The Cruising, the tribute to the Mighty Diamonds, Kananga, and yourself. So I'm kind of thinking that Nuh Rush Records seems to be one of those labels, production houses, that is the future of our music, because reggae music and dancehall music, or Jamaican music, seems to be getting a big bashing in the industry.
Yes, and so, you know, you call Nuh Rush Records an offspring from Penthouse Records and all those stalwarts who brought it to this level. So with these brethren taking it to that next level now, with the authentic sound, not leaving what it means to really push that consciousness, that's why we're a part of it. It's no rush, you know what I mean? We're not in a rush with this thing here. We're doing it steady, we're doing it right, and we're doing it for the sake of what music is supposed to be done for, which is to heal the world, you know what I mean? That's the place you go to. So I'm happy to be a part of this whole movement right now, yes.
Yeah. I mean, your last album that you blessed us with was 2017, Climb.
Yes.
I kind of feel as though the world is ready for another project, whether it's an EP or an album. Tell the viewers what's cooking.
Slow cook.
Slow cook. I like that.
But it's gonna be so tasty, you know what I mean? It's beautiful music, world music, you know what I mean? Just bringing consciousness. We all were in the dark, and we're now understanding that light at the end of the tunnel is us. So we're just shining our way through right now as a people, and that's what we're bringing to music. We're not gonna complain too much more about what's happening, but we're gonna do something about it. That's the stage we're at, and that's where we're headed, and that's just beautiful, if you ask me, you know? Yes.
One other song that I have to ask you about, Stephen Marley did the Reggae Tribute to Nina Simone, and your song "For Women" was the song that launched that project. Let's talk to the viewers about "For Women."
So "For Women" is the black woman that has 4 characters. She is that 4 woman, you know. She has been through those 4 stages of her life, and also you can still find those 4 shades of colors too. And it is so fascinating that Nina Simone so long ago could see those 4 shades in what she was going through as a black woman, seeing that even today they're calling kids born to black and white relationships new range nation, and even though they're given a name, they still don't know where they belong because of the said racism that would cause them to feel whether or not they're on a black or on a white or on a Chinese or on a, you know what I mean? So for her to have seen that, and for us to bring it back in this future, have young girls coming up asking, what exactly are you saying? How do you explain this to me? So when you explain each character, who Aunt Sarah is, you know, who Saphania is, who that tan lady is, who that dark brown lady is, you know, they're all here in our society, and they're all figuring their way out, and it's beautiful to be able to explain it to someone who would want to know. So big up Nina Simone, even beyond the grave, you know. Yes.
Well, I think that whole project, every artist that blessed that project kind of brought their own style and their interpretation. So we give thanks for that as well.
Big up Stephen for having the initiative. You know, he had the inclination to say he wanted, and something funny about that is that the song I did is his favorite too. That's the one he had queued for himself to do, but then he found out that it was my favorite, and so he allowed me to sing it, and I think I did a good job.
You did
Thank you.
Now, I know that you're obviously in Europe right now for the tour right now.
Yes.
We mentioned Rebel Salute 2023. What's the date?
The date, I'm not remembering fully the date right now.
It's going to be around about the middle of January.
It's the weekend closest to the 15th of January. So you can book your tickets around that first week of January to make sure, because it's sometimes on the 17th or the 18th. I didn't have the date, sorry about that, guys, but yeah, it's on. Turn up.
But I know that our viewers kind of know that Rebel Salute is usually that second weekend. The world's looking forward to it. Of course, it's been too long. Okay.
It's been too long, yes.
Queen Ifrica, a closing message to all the viewers.
A closing message for the viewers is that on this trip, I'm trying to bring home to the fact that, you know, love will win. And we see all the hatred that's happening around the world. We see what it is causing, but we're also seeing people determined to show that love has a place here. You know, universal love for humanity, for each other, despite our differences, you know, wherever we find ourselves in society. It's for us, neighbor to neighbor, household to household, to understand and understand that the reason we are so colorful as a people is because creation made it that way, and it's for us to connect with the different colors of our hearts so that we can beat this beautiful drum of love and peace and unity, you know, throughout the world. And I think we're onto it, you know. Love is winning. I am going to say that.
Queen Ifrica, more blessings every time.
Thank you so much. Blessings.
Reggae Interviews. Word Sound Power.